Hey there, dog lovers! Welcome back to our channel, where we delve into the fascinating world of our furry companions. Today, we're counting down the top 100 strangest dog behaviors that will leave you both bewildered and entertained. So, grab a snack, sit back, and let's dive in. Kicking off our list at number 100, we have the infamous circle dance. You've probably witnessed your pup spin around like a top before lying down. Believe it or not, this behavior has roots in their wild ancestors who would stomp down tall grass to create a cozy sleeping spot. We have the harmonica howl. Some dogs just can't resist joining in when they hear harmonica music. It's thought that certain tones in harmonicas mimic howling sounds in the wild, triggering your dog's inner wolf. Coming in at number 98, we've got the tilted head mystery. Have you ever noticed how your dog tilts their head when you talk to them? Experts believe they're trying to adjust their ears to capture specific sounds, or maybe they're just trying to look adorable. Tail chasing. While it might seem like pure fun, this behavior can indicate boredom, excess energy, or even compulsiveness. So, it's important to keep your pup mentally and physically stimulated. Indoor archaeologist. Some dogs just can't resist the urge to dig, even indoors. This behavior is often a sign of stress or pent-up energy. So, make sure your pup gets plenty of outdoor playtime. Mirror mystery. Dogs sometimes mistake their reflections for other dogs, leading to some funny barking sessions. It's like they're trying to communicate with their newfound friend. Water bowl flip. If you've ever found your pup splashing around in their water bowl, don't worry, you're not alone. Some dogs just enjoy making a mess, but it could also be a sign of them needing more attention. Sock snatcher. Dogs have an uncanny ability to find and steal socks, often treating them like prized possessions. Maybe they're secretly fashion critics or just enjoy the scent of their favorite human. Burrowing buddy. Many dogs love to dig into blankets or cushions before settling down. This behavior is a throwback to their wild days, when digging helped them create a comfy and safe sleeping spot. Rolling rascal. If your dog ever finds something stinky and decides to roll around in it, you're witnessing an age-old survival instinct. They might be masking their scent to sneak up on prey or ward off predators. Counter connoisseur. Dogs with a knack for stealing food off counters are simply following their noses. Their incredible sense of smell guides them to potential treats, and their sneaky behavior adds an element of challenge. Sleepy talker. Have you ever caught your pup barking, growling, or even twitching in their sleep? They're likely chasing dream squirrels or playing out their day's adventures in their slumber. Air digger. Some dogs continue to dig even when there's no dirt around. This behavior is often seen in breeds with strong digging instincts, and it's a cute reminder of their ancestors' habits. Wall watcher. It might seem like your dog is gazing at nothing, but they're probably detecting subtle movements or sounds that we humans can't perceive. It's like they have their very own secret spy mission. Human herder. Certain breeds, like border collies, have a strong herding instinct that can manifest in amusing ways. So, if your dog tries to guide you or your family members, just remember they're keeping everyone in check. Storm seeker. Many dogs become anxious during thunderstorms and seek refuge under furniture or in tight spaces. It's a natural instinct to find a safe, enclosed den to protect themselves from the perceived danger. Musical mews. Some dogs seem to have a penchant for singing along to certain tunes. Their howls might be their way of joining in with the music, or perhaps they just enjoy showing off their vocal range. Tail trickster. Tail chasing isn't just a funny spectacle, it could also be a sign of obsessive behavior or even a medical issue. If your pup becomes fixated on their tail, it's a good idea to consult a veterinarian. Toy hoarder. Some dogs love to gather toys and stash them away. This behavior can be linked to their ancestral instincts of saving resources for later. So, if you ever find a hidden treasure trove of toys, now you know why. Shadow chaser. Dogs are natural hunters, and their prey drive can extend to chasing shadows or reflections. It's like a never-ending game of tag with an elusive opponent. Food hypnotist. Dogs have an incredible ability to focus their attention, especially when it comes to food. You might feel like you're being stared into submission, but rest assured, your pup is just hoping for a tasty treat. Bowl mover. Some dogs use their noses or paws to push their food bowls around before eating. This behavior might stem from a desire to rearrange their hunt or simply from curiosity. Canine grin dogs sometimes appear to smile, showing their teeth in a way that looks remarkably human. While it might seem like they're flashing you a grin, this expression often indicates submission or appeasement in the dog world. Guilty look. You might have noticed that after your dog gets into mischief, they give you those puppy eyes. But here's the twist: research suggests that dogs might not actually feel guilt as humans do. Instead, they're responding to your body language and tone. Spin and lie. Have you ever wondered why your dog spins around before lying down? This behavior goes back to their ancestors, who would stomp down tall grass to create a comfortable sleeping spot. Glove grabbers. Some dogs have a knack for snatching gloves or mittens. Maybe they just want to join you on your winter adventures, or they're trying to reunite you with your missing items. TV talker. Dogs sometimes react to animals on TV as if they were real. Their heightened senses can make on-screen creatures seem like actual intruders or potential playmates. Vacuum vamoose. The roar of a vacuum cleaner can be terrifying for some dogs. Their acute hearing makes the noise even more overwhelming, prompting them to find a safe spot to wait it out. But sniffer dogs greet each other by sniffing rear ends to gather information about the other dog's age, gender, health, and even mood. It might seem strange to us, but in the dog world, it's the equivalent of a friendly handshake. Lick enthusiast. Dogs lick everything: people, objects, even the air. While some licking is normal behavior, excessive licking could be a sign of anxiety, boredom, or a medical issue. So, it's important to monitor their licking habits. Bed buster. Dogs sometimes scratch and dig at their beds before settling down. This behavior harks back to their wild ancestors who would dig to create a comfortable sleeping spot and keep pesky insects at bay. Reflection racer. Some dogs become engrossed in chasing their own reflections, mistaking them for other dogs or potential playmates. It's like they're in their own game of catch me if you can. Playful sneeze. When some dogs are excited or engaged in play, they might let out a little sneeze. It's an involuntary reaction, and while it might seem odd, it's nothing to worry about. Toy burier. Some dogs love to bury their toys under cushions or blankets. This instinctual behavior likely stems from their wild ancestors who would bury food to save it for later. Door sentry. If your dog positions themselves near the door and barks at any potential intruders, they're channeling their inner watchdog. This behavior is an echo of their ancestral role as protectors of the pack. Foot warmer. Some dogs love to sit or lay on your feet. While it might seem like they're just being affectionate, they could also be seeking warmth, comfort, or a sense of security. Pillow pilferer. Dogs might have a knack for stealing pillows, cushions, or even entire beds. This behavior could stem from a desire to nest and create a cozy resting spot, just like their wild counterparts. Backtalker. Some dogs appear to talk back to their owners, responding to conversations with a series of barks, whines, or howls. It's like they're trying to be a part of the conversation, or maybe they're just venting their opinions. Tail teaser. Some dogs are absolutely captivated by their own tails, chasing them in circles. While it's usually harmless, excessive tail chasing can indicate anxiety, so it's important to monitor this behavior. Greeting grin. Dogs often display a smile when they're excited to see you. They pull back their lips to show off their teeth, which might look menacing but is actually a sign of joy and anticipation. Fart follower. Some dogs are hilariously perplexed when they hear a fart or noise, often chasing their tails or looking around for the source of the sound. It's like they're playing detective in their own comedic mystery. Siren song singer. Dogs have an uncanny ability to mimic sirens with their howls. This behavior likely stems from their instinct to join in with the pack, or in this case, emergency vehicles. Snore serenade. Dogs, just like humans, can snore, some louder than others. While it might seem funny, excessive snoring could indicate a medical issue, so keep an ear out for any changes. Reflexión rival. Some dogs become fixated on reflections, whether they're on windows, mirrors, or shiny surfaces. It's like they've stumbled upon a fascinating, albeit elusive, friend. Aquatic digger. Some dogs exhibit the digging behavior even in water, pawing at the surface as if they're trying to find something hidden. It's a quirky adaptation of their natural instincts. Dream barker. Dogs often vocalize in their sleep, barking or growling as if they're chasing something exciting. It's a cute reminder that their imagination is just as active as their daytime adventures. Sock specialist dogs seem to have a sixth sense for finding and collecting socks. Maybe they have a secret sock party we don't know about, or perhaps they're just trying to lend a helping paw with your laundry. Ear enthusiasts. Some dogs absolutely love licking ears, whether they're human or canine. While it might seem a bit odd to us, it's actually a sign of affection and a way for them to bond. Toy whisperer. Have you ever seen your dog talk to their toys? They might growl, bark, or even carry on a one-sided conversation. It's like they're having their very own playtime dialogue. Tail targeter. Dogs often chase their tails for various reasons, from boredom to playfulness. Just make sure it doesn't become an obsessive habit that requires intervention from a veterinarian. Grass gourmet. If your dog has a tendency to munch on grass, don't be alarmed. This behavior is often a natural way for them to alleviate stomach discomfort or get a bit of extra fiber in their diet. Mischievous smile. Dogs sometimes flash their teeth in a way that might look like a grin when they're being scolded. It's not defiance, but rather a submissive gesture to defuse any potential conflict. Indoor excavator. Some dogs exhibit digging behavior even on carpets or rugs. While it might seem like they're trying to unearth hidden treasures, it's usually just an expression of their natural instincts. TV translator. Dogs often react to other dogs on TV by barking or tilting their heads. They might be trying to decipher the language of their on-screen counterparts or simply join in the conversation. Shadow chaser. Some dogs become fixated on shadows and spend hours chasing them around. It's like a never-ending game of tag with an elusive, intangible opponent. Canine crooner. Some dogs howl along to music, particularly certain types of instruments like guitars or sirens. Their howls might be their way of contributing their unique voice to the melody. Excitement sneezer. If your dog sneezes when they're excited or during play, you're witnessing a common behavior. It's like they're expelling excess energy through a little sneeze. Bird banter. Some dogs engage in conversations with birds, barking at them as if they're responding to their calls. It's like they're practicing their own version of bird language. Glass guardian. Dogs often become fixated on their reflections in glass doors or windows. It's like they're keeping a watchful eye on a potential intruder or playful friend on the other side. Shoe snatcher. Dogs might have a penchant for borrowing shoes and making off with them. Perhaps they're trying to help you find your missing shoes, or they just have a thing for your scent. Sleep talker. Dogs often vocalize in their sleep, barking, whimpering, or growling as if they're reliving their daytime adventures. It's a cute reminder that their dream world can be just as exciting as reality. Water bowl digger. Some dogs paw at their water bowls before drinking, splashing water all around. It's a quirk that might hark back to their instinctual behavior of digging for water sources. Siren serenader. Dogs have an uncanny knack for mimicking sirens with their howls. When they hear the wailing sound of emergency vehicles, they're likely joining in with their own version of the song. Reflection racer. Some dogs find entertainment in chasing their own reflections, often on smooth surfaces or mirrors. It's like they're trying to outwit their elusive twin. Window licker. Dogs sometimes lick windows, glass doors, or car windows. While it might seem odd, they're likely enjoying the interesting textures and perhaps leaving their mark for others to see. Toy translator. Have you ever seen your dog talk to their toys? They might bark, growl, or carry on a one-sided conversation. It's like they're role-playing with their playtime companions. Proud pooch. Dogs might flash their teeth in what seems like a grin when they're praised or rewarded. This behavior is often a sign of contentment and happiness. Tail tease. Dogs sometimes chase their own tails, finding endless amusement in the game. While it's usually harmless, keep an eye out for excessive tail chasing that could require attention. Melodic mutiny. Some dogs join in with music by howling or singing along. They might be responding to certain tones or rhythms, or maybe they just enjoy showing off their vocal talents. Mailman mediator. Dogs often bark at the mailman or delivery personnel. While it might seem like they're guarding the home, it's likely more about alerting the pack to potential intruders. Furniture digger. Some dogs exhibit digging behavior on furniture or cushions, even though there's no dirt around. It's like they're trying to recreate the comfort of their ideal sleeping spot. Dream debater dogs often make noise or talk in their sleep, as if they're having animated discussions with invisible friends. It's a funny glimpse into their dream world. TV talk show host. Dogs sometimes react to other dogs on TV by barking or growling. It's like they're providing their own commentary on the screen action. Vacuum vanisher. Many dogs find vacuum cleaners terrifying and seek shelter from their noisy, unfamiliar presence. It's like they're retreating to a safe den until the danger passes. Avian ally. Some dogs converse with birds, barking or whining at them as if they're having a back-and-forth exchange. It's like they're establishing their territory, even with creatures that are out of reach. Shadowboxer. Dogs sometimes engage in epic battles with their own shadows, pouncing and barking as if they're wrestling with an invisible opponent. Musical maestro. Some dogs can't resist joining in with music by howling or singing along. Their unique vocal contributions add an extra layer of entertainment to your tunes. Excitement sneezer. Dogs sometimes sneeze when they're overjoyed or engaged in play. It's like their body can't contain their enthusiasm, so they let out a little achoo. Backtalker. Dogs sometimes respond to their owners with barks, whines, or growls, seemingly offering their opinions on the conversation. It's like they're part of the family discussion. Reflection rascal. Some dogs become captivated by their own reflections, chasing them with boundless energy. It's like they're determined to catch that elusive twin. Sleep-time storyteller. Dogs often talk in their sleep, barking or growling as if they're reliving their daytime escapades. It's like they're starring in their very own dream adventure. Nest maker. Some dogs love to scratch and dig at their beds, blankets, or cushions. This behavior is a throwback to their wild ancestors who would create cozy sleeping spots. TV translator. Dogs often react to animals on TV by barking, growling, or wagging their tails. It's like they're communicating with their on-screen counterparts, even though they're not physically there. Musical marvel. Some dogs can't resist howling or singing along to music. Their unique vocal contributions turn every musical moment into a duet. Praise poser. Dogs might show their teeth in a way that looks like a grin when they're praised or rewarded. This behavior is their way of saying, "Thank you for the positive attention." Tail troubadour. Dogs sometimes become captivated by their own tails, chasing them in circles. While it's often harmless, ensure that tail chasing doesn't become a compulsive behavior. Excitement sneezer. Some dogs let out a sneeze when they're overjoyed or excited. It's like their body's way of expressing happiness in the most adorable way possible. Toy talker. Dogs often vocalize when playing with toys, growling, or talking to their playtime companions. It's like they're having their very own conversation. Door defender. Dogs often position themselves near the door and bark at any potential intruders. This behavior stems from their instincts to protect their territory and pack. Furniture frolicker. Some dogs display digging behavior on furniture, cushions, or blankets. It's like they're trying to create the perfect nest for a cozy nap. Dream debater. Dogs often vocalize in their sleep, as if they're having animated discussions or adventures in their dreams. It's a glimpse into their imaginative nighttime world. Mirror maverick. Some dogs become engrossed in chasing their own reflections, often on shiny surfaces or mirrors. It's like they found an elusive playmate that matches their every move. Harmonious hound. Some dogs can't resist joining in with music by howling or singing along. Their melodious contributions add a touch of canine charm to any tune. Proud pup. Dogs might show their teeth in a way that seems like a grin when they're praised or rewarded. It's their way of expressing happiness and contentment. Tail temptation. Dogs sometimes become captivated by their own tails, chasing them with enthusiasm. While it's often a playful act, ensure that tail chasing doesn't become a compulsive behavior. Excitement sneezer. Some dogs sneeze when they're excited, as if their joy is just too big to be contained. It's a charming and amusing way for them to express their emotions. Chatting companion. Dogs sometimes engage in back-and-forth conversations with their owners, responding to words and tones. It's like they're sharing their thoughts and feelings in their own canine way. Bed burrower. Some dogs love to dig and scratch at their beds before settling down. This behavior harks back to their wild ancestors who would create comfortable sleeping spots. Playtime prodigy. Dogs often vocalize when playing with toys, growling, and talking as if they're having a grand adventure. It's like they're narrating their own playtime story. Dream dialoguer. Dogs often vocalize in their sleep, barking, whimpering, and talking as if they're reliving their daytime experiences or maybe even having conversations with dream characters. There you have it, dog lovers. The top 100 strangest and most endearing dog behaviors that make our furry companions the unique and lovable creatures they are. From quirky habits to heartwarming gestures, these behaviors remind us that every dog has its own captivating personality. Thanks for joining us on this entertaining journey through the world of dogs. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more furry fun, and as always, give your pup a big hug from us. Until next time, stay positive.